fuckers. Yes, I know I'm live. For how long? Who knows? Yep, we back. Man, I swear YouTube's gonna mean every bar. I got two Wi-Fi's in the house, so I'm connected to both of them. And hell, this one's 5G, so there ain't no way in hell it's the Wi-Fi. All right, so what I don't even remember what we were talking about. Red leader is gold leader. Oh my god. Man, it brings back memories. I love talking about the old Star Wars stuff, man. That I mean, it's freaking awesome. Believe me, if I could, if I had enough money, I could build some nice shit. Oh, okay. Jason and Jana is who I would go for. Jason and Jana Solo. I think that would be freaking awesome. Um, Not only because of the whole brother and sister thing, but the whole dark and light and brother and sister thing. And you want to create, now you're talking about real internal conflict. Um, so yeah, yeah. I mean, hell, we did 4 hours the other night, and then I don't know, and then we did an hour something. What last night? And no problems. And now I can't seem to make it past 15 minutes. You made her some crab legs and chicken wings and Caesar salad, garlic toast, and roasted garlic butter for your. Well, is she still there? And stuffed mushrooms. No, that little droid and I have been through a lot. Yeah, little R2D2. And how did I mean Obi-Wan in the original? I mean in Episode 4. I'm not even going to call the shit A New Hope because that's not. It's Episode 4. Um, well, good. I'm glad you had a good night. Um, how he didn't recognize R2D2 and C3PO right away, I don't know. Yeah, it was stupid how Kylo was named Ben, because if you go into Luke's and Mara Jade's, their son is named Ben, um, after Obi-Wan. So that's yeah. Let's see. Am I scared at all for Aliens, Aliens versus Predator, and so on? The only thing not corrupted by the SJW stuff is Halo and well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be attacking Halo here shortly. I like Halo. I really do. I like Halo, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be attacking the shit out of it, just like they do everything else. Yeah, yeah. We've got two giveaways that I've got to announce. Um, Damn it. Probably my second favorite character of the entire Star Wars universe is Mara Jade. Yeah, well, I'm planning the video right now, and I'm gonna make it into like a 15-minute short video of Deadpool killing Ray. I have pulled out some really cool ideas, and I'm writing it up now. So as soon as my new as soon as my new Deadpool costume gets here, yeah, I'm gonna find a person here to play Ray. I mean, it can't be that hard. I mean, all she's got to do is get beat to death and have blood go everywhere. I never win any contest. I don't win any contests either. I mean, I when I fished professionally for 9 years, I mean, I won a lot. Um, but I mean, those aren't really contests. No, 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 no. We know Ahsoka can kick the shit out of Ray, but you can't do that since they're in the same universe. You can't do that. They won't allow Ray to get beat by somebody in their own universe. But Deadpool will be able to do it. So, oh, I don't even go to reincarnation crap. That's crap. Nah, it's crap. No, 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 no. I never liked that crap or anything else. Bass, no catfish. I fished on the Pro Tours for 9 years. Um, do you realize how freaking hard it is to sit there and relive The Last Jedi? I have it. Um, I have it done. I just have to finish the editing portion of it, and it really gets to me in the freaking video. So I have to sit there and there's a bunch of cut edits in it, and I don't normally like to cut edit anything. I normally just like to do one take, let it ride. Because I mean, if I trip over a word, I trip over a word. I mean, I'm human just like everybody else. Unless you ask anybody else around me, and then they all think I'm not. They all think I'm superhuman. Uh, but this one's going to have a bunch of jump edits in it because man, I went off on a tangent in part two and got way the hell off a subject because it was just it was so hard for me to freaking do just to relive it. It was so hard. I swear, I'm yeah, I kid you not. It's like PTSD and the Last Jedi. It is just like PTSD to me. Um, the only thing I liked about The Last Jedi is most, but not all, the scenes with Luke and Ray and when the Empire blows stuff up. Okay, um, let's make sure we get this clear. That is not the Empire. That is the First Order. They are not the Empire. In no way, shape, or form. They can't even compare to the Empire. Um, all they did is the remnants of what was left of the Empire took stockpile of the Empire stuff and went and created the First Order. Um, First Order and Empire are two different things. Meeting your girl a little bit later. Good Lord, what time is it where you are, Rainstead? Now, I love the Tie Fighters. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the Tie Fighters at the as the intro for the. Oh, it's only 1 o'clock where you are. Jesus, where are you? Australia? Oh, Hong Kong. Jeez, 1 p.m. I've been to China a lot for the former job that I had. I'm known worldwide, dude. I'm gonna tell you what. There are now 37 countries. 37 countries subscribed to the channel. That is freaking awesome. Um, Canada. See, you're the home of Deadpool right there. 10:07. So you would be in LA or California, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know. All right, like I said in the video earlier today, Their main focus right now, because it's a corporate holding, it's not a community anymore. It's a corporate holding for Disney. They're trying to open the market. They're trying to appeal to more people. Like the movies haven't done well on their 3 and 4 and 5 times if it's a good movie. The hardcore Star Wars fans, which is what George Lucas did, he created the movies around the hardcore Star Wars fans, and everybody else be damned. So, what Mr. Pete's here, 55 more people, and he gets to 300. So, it's two different ways to look at things, and the hardcore people are the ones that will go back over and over and over and over again to the movie theater to get the experience. Um, but the others won't. They'll go see the movie one time and that's it. And they might get their mom to buy them one toy, and that's about it. Whereas the hardcore fan will go see that thing as many times as they can possibly see it, and they will buy as much stuff as they can possibly afford and keep reliving the movie over and over until it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray, and then they will go buy the Blu-ray, or they'll pre-order it so they can get the rest of the stuff that comes with all the pre-ordered stuff. And it's not like that with the normal average consumer. Are you going to see people go see Incredibles 2 um, repeatedly? Or are you going to see people go see, different movies? I can understand. I went and saw Deadpool 3 times in the movie theater. Once, the first time I didn't have to. I mean, I didn't have to pay. The second 2 times, I paid for it, and I was taking people with me because it's an enjoyable movie. Um, and I mean, I'm a real big Deadpool fan. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent so damn much money on Deadpool shit. But I've been a Deadpool comic fan too for a long time. One, because he's a sarcastic ass. It kind of reminds me of somebody I know, and you know his interesting way of killing people is freaking awesome. Kind of relate to that too. So, um, yeah, over my life, I couldn't even tell you how much I've spent on Star Wars. I know I have about $10,000 worth here that I'll claim that I paid for, but there's a lot of stuff that I've made that I didn't have to pay for. Actually, you could probably buy it cheaper than what I made it for, but so I made it to look as close as possible to the original stuff. So if you look at this one right here, a ton of money, a ton of money. Yeah, yeah. Mr. Pete's giving away like used socks. I didn't see any underwear, so that's good. There, you could win like bottle caps, and it was funny. You should watch the video. You got to go to Mr. Pete's channel and watch the video for his 200 sub giveaway because it is freaking funny as shit. Yeah, lampshades, man. It is freaking. It's hilarious, dude. I laughed the entire freaking time. Um, and Mr. Pete's cool dude. Yeah, exactly. They don't say May the 4th for nothing. I mean, and you know what May the 5th is, right? It's the day the Empire Strikes Back. I mean, that's what May the 5th is. I swear it is. So, I mean, oh man, I've spent so much money on this crap. It's not even funny. So, it doesn't. I'm not gonna let it bother me that they've screwed up this entire trilogy for the Skywalker saga. I'm not going to let that down me on Star Wars itself, because I can't. Um, exactly, Revenge of the Fifth. That's freaking. I mean, you can't. Ty, your first live stream. Well, you just missed the last four that freaking crashed on us. So we do. That's that. We need Jedi and Sith battles. That's exactly what we need. I mean, that is Star Wars. Man, I'm telling you, Ty, we've had nothing but problems since they did an update. They did an update for the creators, and now we're in beta mode. And man, I appreciate it. I try and keep everybody as informed as I possibly can. And every bit of information, if you look back at every video I've ever made, every prediction that I have freaking put out there has come true. And it's not from shaking a damn magic eight ball like Kathleen Kennedy does whenever she picks movies. It's all extremely correct information. So and I just like to keep everybody informed. I don't like the direction they're going. I don't like the way they pick movies. Um, and the random ass way the movies are picked is stupid. Um, you need to have a direction and go with it. And this was brought up to not Bob Iger, because he honestly he really doesn't do shit. He just gets paid a shit ton of money. Um, but it was brought up to the Disney execs. I mean, after all this going down, I mean, like I said, Disney was aware of this crap. Um, after it was brought up to the Disney execs, they started looking at Marvel's franchise, and you know how Marvel stuff is pretty much all timed out. You know, it all runs in the same theme. Okay, well that's great. Um, so but they go back and look at what Lucasfilm is doing, and they go, okay, well let's make a, we're going to do a Yoda film, and we're going to do an Obi-Wan film, and we're going to do a Boba Fett film, even though only the OG Star Wars fans know about it. Um, because the newer Star Wars fans don't even know who the hell Boba Fett is. And let's do a solo film, and let's go. Yeah, I know nobody wants it. Yeah, we've already ran the numbers out there, and nobody really gives a shit. And they don't want us to touch Han because they just watched him get killed. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and stick a freaking fork in them after they're already hurt, and then let's go do this. Let's go do one on this. Let's go do one on that, and it's just all random shit. I mean, it's just random shit. I mean, exactly. There was no reason. And then, damn it, you had the Imperial name him Solo. You had the bad guys name him Solo. Like this fucker wasn't born with a last name. That shit gives me a migraine. Um, I don't know what the fuck that was about. I mean, they could have made that scene so much better. They could have made Solo come up with Solo. You know what I mean? They could have made Solo come up with Solo as the Imperial guy sitting there asking him for his people and this and that, and he can, I mean, you could, you could be Han Solo about it and have him be the biggest, freaking sarcastic ass until the Imperial guy is finally over there going, "Are you going to join or what?" And fine, Solo. My name is Han Solo. I mean, you could have done so many things, just like when they improvised the "I love you, I know" scene um, in Empire Strikes Back. I mean, they probably shot that scene 30 times, and it did not work the way it was written. But as soon as you tell Harrison Ford, because Harrison said, "Look, that's not what Han Solo would do. It's not what Han Solo would do." Um, and then when she says, "I love you," and he says, "I know," that is Han Solo. I mean, that was. Be fair, I bet a lot of new fans are really Antifa enforcers. I don't doubt that. and they're blending into fantasy to remove anyone they don't like. I don't doubt that at all. The SJWs and Antifa are one and the same, and I actually run a page on YouTube called "Fuck Antifa." Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I know. You'd never believe I would ever say that, right? Because they are communists. They are. That's why I put the communist. That's why I put the communist symbol on the video today, because that's exactly what they are. They're looking for. They're thinking socialism. If socialism was such a great idea, and me and Ben Shapiro can sit here and go back and forth with you because both of us are great at debating point for point. Um, if socialism was so freaking great, then you would see it worldwide because everybody has tried it at one point in time, and there's a reason why there's a reason why this country over here is not socialist, and there's a reason why we fought against. And I know we've got plenty of Brit watchers over here, and it's nothing against y'all because I didn't fight in the war either, and I know y'all didn't either. But I mean, there was a reason why the founding fathers of this country over here did what they thought they needed to do, um, to be able to get out from underneath the rule of a single person. Um, and that's nothing against any of our Brits or any of our Aussies. That's just how it is, and I want to know how many. Well, I know we got some Aussies here. I know we got some Aussies in the live stream. Um, how? I mean, is all right. So living in Australia, is it like living in the UK as far as um, the way things work? It's not like living there. It's not like being there. So it is. I mean, even though it is governed by the Queen, it is different than living in the UK. Tampa Bay, dude. I go to Florida a lot. I love going to Florida. Love going to Florida. It's different. The sun shines, and the beer's ice cold. That is completely different than. That is completely different. Oh my god. I would love to see Australia become its own place. And I'll tell you what else I love about um, Australia. Their women's swim team and their track and field team. Well, the Australians got their guns taken away, but we went over this in the live stream last night. That they are allowed to have guns, but there's a lot of restrictions on it. Yeah, there's a lot of restrictions on it because we were talking about my guns last night, and they were like, "Jesus, I mean, I've got a small arsenal in my house." Um, but I mean, that's just me. I'm prepared for everything. You never know what the hell's going to happen over here. Um, y- if you ban points on knives, it's not like I can't take that sucker to one of my shops and get it on the grinder and put a damn point on the damn thing if I want to. Um, Funny story: Hugh Jackman had to tell Elizabeth II that her birthday is a holiday in Australia. You know, our mass shootings that everybody keeps talking about. Um, because I did a statistical analogy on it because you know me in numbers. Um, if the numbers make sense to me, they make sense. Um, this last one, um, well, not the last one, the one in, well, I mean, there's been so many of them, but we have lots of crazy leftist people over here, and I do mean crazy. Um, and this is a major, major problem. So I went through the statistics. All right. So if you want to ban guns for the amount of people that get killed each year for, from guns, I'm going to go ahead and give you the facts. These are the facts. There were 44,000 shootings last year. Of the 44,000 shootings last year, 32% were done by handgun. Only 1.1% was done using what they consider assault rifle, which is not an assault rifle. It's not an assault rifle, and they keep telling everybody that it's a weapon of war. It's not a weapon of war. It's not. The AR-15 has never been used in a war at all. It is not a military weapon. The M16, which is what it's based off of, would kick the AR-15's ass. I mean, it's not a. All it is a glorified 22. It runs a 223 shell. A 223 is just slightly longer than a regular 22. And it has a few more grains, and that's about it. But if you go to the tactical 22, it has the same amount of grains and still shoots 1,250 feet per second. It's not a weapon of war. All right, it's not. And the handguns, of the ones that were handguns. Now it doesn't specify. It doesn't specify whether they were in defense, in self defense, or if they were just flat out shootings. And then of those, you have to look at which ones were done in what neighborhoods. You have crime neighborhoods all over the place. No, you'll never see it. You never see it. You never see it on the news. If you go to Detroit right now, there will be, and there's a YouTube channel, and I can't remember his name right now, but when I find it, I'll let y'all know. He is all over Detroit news, and there's 20 some odd people a day, or 12 to 20 people a day getting shot, and it is all gang activity and drug related. Now, all those statistics go into people getting shot. Okay, so out of the 40,000 some odd people that get shot per year, that's one thing. How many people die in car accidents per year in the United States? That number jumps up to 143,000 people. That is 103,000 more people got killed by cars. Got killed in car wrecks. That's not how many car wrecks happened. That's how many people were killed. There were multiple. You can multiply that times 10. How many car wrecks happened? Which would just be like how many shootings there were versus how many deaths. So if you take the two and compare them together, well, we should be blaming cars and not guns. But you don't blame the car, you blame the driver. But when it comes to a gun, you blame the gun, not the person behind it. That's retarded. I mean, that's retarded. Um, you put somebody behind the wheel, they fall asleep, or they drive and they're drunk, or they just plain can't drive. My ex-wife just plain couldn't fucking drive. I mean, she wrecked every fucking thing everything ever bought. So, which is why when she wrecked her last one, she was not getting in any one of my cars or trucks. Um, sorry, you're not wrecking my shit. So, but yeah, I would, if I ever left this country for any reason, it would be to go to Australia. I would love to go to Australia. I would love it. Well, I mean, the world is really only ruled by five people, so and that's the God's honest truth. Um, exactly. America's problem is now Star Wars, and this is why it's not doing well overseas because they see that. Well, I don't know if all women can't drive because my sister drives a race car and she does really well. I just know my ex-wife can't drive. I know that shit for a fact. I mean, I had to buy her 4 different cars. And after she wrecked the last one, I said, "You're done. You're buying the damn next one on your own. I'm not doing it, and you're not driving my shit either." So she had her aunts running her ass around until she finally went and bought a car. Uh, Sorry, you're not driving any of mine. They're all sports cars, and you can't drive any of my trucks. So yeah, exactly. I mean, there's only 5 people running the entire freaking world. That I mean, they run everything. But wait a minute, Australia doesn't exist. I keep forgetting about that. Flat Earthers say Australia doesn't exist. So I mean, y'all must be living in a fantasy world. Y'all are on the other side of the ice. Yeah, 4 cars. Yeah, four, four. They live on the other side of the transdimensional rift. Who's full of shit? Flat Earther says Australia does not exist. That's a known fact. Go to the weird part of YouTube because that's where you'll find all the flat Earth shit. And yeah, um, man, the Rothschilds. Yeah, the Rothschilds are. Mm, yeah, I love them Aussie cars. And see, y'all got our Pontiacs down there. Damn it, I'm a Pontiac guy. And when they stopped selling Pontiacs here, they switched them down there to y'all, and and y'all still have the Holdens in Australia, which are the Pontiacs here. So y'all still get the benefit of having a damn Pontiac, whereas we get stuck with the frickin' Buicks. Well, I mean, I can show if I can easily within 10 minutes debunk anything about flat Earth. So, and a flat earther trying to have a conversation with them is just like trying to have a conversation with a damn SJW. It really is. Yeah, yeah, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers are two of the top. Two of the top. Um, if you look at it, there's a book called The Monster of Jekyll Island. I suggest everybody read that, and that will tell you everything you need to know um, about it. It's called The Monster on Jekyll Island. Ain't got nothing to do with a horror story. Well, it is a horror story, but it's exactly how the world works today. And this was done by the Rothschilds and everything else. And I don't like the new Mustangs. They're fast as shit. They look great. I don't like them because they're ass heavy, and everybody keeps seeing these internet memes, and the internet memes about crowds not crowds being in trouble and this and that, and if a Mustang comes by, run. Okay, that's true because the way the traction control system on the damn thing works, um, if it gets sideways, the traction control will kick in. Even with it off, it will reduce power and will make the car straighten up, which is what puts the shit in a ditch. So if they would just leave that alone and let the guy drive the car, that'd be great. I would spend my money on bikes too, but I'm an idiot. You put me on a freaking motorcycle. You put me on a damn motorcycle. I'm an idiot. I swear to God, I'm an idiot. You put me on a motorcycle, I'm an idiot. I am on the back tire going down the freaking freeway at 100 mile an hour. I'm a freaking idiot. Um, yeah, all of my stuff has full posi. Um, so I don't have to worry about any of that traction control shit. Because now one race car I do drive does have traction control, but it's a race car traction control, so it's different. It still runs 239 miles an hour in a quarter mile. So we've got to have traction control on it. It makes so much damn power. It's 2,500 horsepower. How do I feel about Jordan Maxwell or David Icke? Um, David Icke has done such a great job so far. I I'm gonna have to, until I see something different. I'm not I'm not going to go against David Icke because he's done a great job. Now he's gonna have to fuck up, but when he does, I'll be right in the middle of shit. So you can guarantee that. I just I don't. Yeah, I mean I like the stuff that he's done. So until he screws up, um, you know, I'm going to give him a pass, and I'm going to keep faith in him because he's done a really good job so far. So we do a lot of conversions for the Mustangs with the independent rear suspension, which was the most horrible idea ever. Um, so we've actually invented our own, or we have come up with our own jig, and we make rear ends for those Mustangs that replace the independent rear suspension, and it also gets rid of the traction control at the same time. Yeah, because they're going to coil binding technology now, so you don't have the smooth ride. The rides are completely different. Um, Dude, when I do these live streams, we talk about all the crazy shit. Um, I mean, we get off on tangents. Hell, I don't remember what the hell we were talking about the other night, but it was fun as shit. I mean, it's the live streams are all about fun. Um, we'll start off, and I'll start off with a topic, and we'll go through it. And if anybody has anything to say about it or anything else, we'll discuss it, and then we'll get back on topic. And next thing you know, man, we're in the middle of another freaking topic altogether. Um, he might have, but um, he might have said that. I don't remember. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't mess with my Pontiacs. My Pontiacs haul ass. So don't mess with my Pontiacs. What happened to MH370? That plane, I believe, is I can't. I'm trying. Is it Diego? Diego Air Base. It's a U.S. Air Base. I believe it got flown there. I believe it was taken over and got flown there, and it's going to be used uh, in another one of the sister plane to that, to the MH370, is actually in I believe it's Saudi Arabia. Um, the sister plane to that one looks identical to it and everything else. Um, so yeah, I believe it's at Diego Air Base. That's where I think MH370 is. Um, and it's going to be they're going to recondition the plane and change the color and do everything else, and it's going to be used. It's going to be used here shortly. I can pretty much guarantee that. Who'd go? Man, y'all just having a chat on your own here. I'm trying to catch up. All right, so who's a flat earther? Oh man, y'all spent a lot of money looking for it. I know. I know. Um, the United States spent a lot of money looking for it too, and everybody got pointed in the wrong direction. If you'll remember, the Australian, the Aussies were looking for it, and they were getting close to Diego Air Base, and then the information came out that it was on the other side of the sea there, and so everybody's effort got pulled way over there. There were Americans on there too, um, and it's pretty sad. I don't know what happened to them either. But I mean, it's the same thing with the way the twin towers fell here on 9/11. Um, Physics says that that can't happen, and you can't go against physics. So definitely controlled demolition, controlled demolition, 100%. Um, if you look at it, the U.S. military, and we're the only ones that have it. And this is what makes us. This is what makes me kind of scared of the government, and the reason I keep as many guns as I do. I don't trust the government any further than I can throw them, because it's not just the government; it's the people that actually run the country, not the government. So um, there's people behind the scene. So um, but anyway, yeah, when it comes to 9/11, the American military, the U.S. military has a substance. It's called nanothermite, and it is actually the 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 formula for it. It's actually it's based off of thermite, but it is called nanothermite, and it's thermite on steroids. It is 100 times what regular thermite is. Um, and they leave little iron balls and everything else, just like regular thermite would. But yeah, that was definitely a controlled demolition right there. I mean, you can't have a building fall in free fall. So I mean, I don't know what's magnetic, but I'll let that one go. I don't know what it is. Yeah, exactly. You can't have those towers fall at free fall speed. It goes against physics. I mean, and I've said it before in my live streams. I mean, I went to college to become a theoretical astrophysicist, so I had to take quantum physics. I know. I don't pick on me because I went to college to be a theoretical astrophysicist. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, but yeah, so I mean, yeah, I had to take quantum physics, and I mean, you can go through the first law, second law, third law, and yeah, it was set up. Yes, ma'am. And the other thing that I can tell you this is, the first plane that hit was going over 500 miles an hour, and that's not even possible in a 737. Not at ground speed. Going 500 miles an hour up 35 and 40,000 feet. Yes. Um, I do not know. No, I do not know John Lear. But yeah, planes can run 500 miles an hour up at 50,000 feet, 40,000 feet, but because the air's a lot less dense up there. But at where they hit was less than 1,000 feet, which the max speed of the plane on a 737 is 280 miles an hour. The plane would literally fall apart at 500 miles an hour at 1,000 feet. Yeah, and Building 7 is definitely a controlled demolition, and they didn't even hide that. I mean, they didn't even hide that. I don't know what actually hit the Pentagon. I honestly don't. Um, yeah, Emma, I'm giving you the facts. These are, you know me. I don't give anything any it's all this is the facts that have come out, and we paid $20 million to NIST. Um, yeah, we paid $20 million to NIST to do a report, and they what they changed or what they turned in was 10,000 pages of documents, and none of them. And they've even said that uh, jet fuel can only burn at 1,800 degrees. Steel does not melt at 1,800 degrees. Um, and even if you throw paper and wood and everything else on it, it's not going to get up above 1,800 degrees. And even if it weakens steel, it's not going to weaken 80 floors below it. The 80 floors below it are still good, cold steel. So if anything were to collapse, it would be the 3 to 5 floors that were hit by that. And then even if it did collapse, you'd have to remember it's going to lose momentum on the way down, because as each floor goes and goes and goes, it's going to slow momentum. That's the third law of physics. Yeah, that's the third law of physics, and you can't break that law. And the fact that it fell straight down, did not tilt to the side, didn't do anything else, and the fact that all of the gold um, that was stored under the World Trade Center was taken out. Was taken out. Actually, it did fall straight down. Yeah, watch the video. Yeah, it fell straight down. And then there's nothing left. I mean, it's all dust. You know what does that? Nanothermite, which we've used. Our military has used. There's a lot of stuff. My business partner is in special ops, and the shit that they have is, you wouldn't believe it. But yeah, they actually evacuated. They actually took all the gold out from underneath World Trade Center 7. I mean, World Trade Centers before it actually happened. Well, I mean, we already got the TR-3B. Um, People don't seem to understand the amount of force that we actually have over here in America. The TR-3B is freaking amazing. It is amazing, and people, if they learned about it, wouldn't even believe it was possible. It's what it does is flat out amazing. Um, and then, I mean, and I haven't even gotten past the TR-5. Yeah, Aurora is so old technology now. That's going to be the next thing that they're going to release. But I mean, energy weapon. Um, they can cruise at, so I mean, it's amazing. I mean, we have planes that cruise over Mach 15 right now, but the yeah, we have direct energy weapons. Yeah, we have direct energy weapons, and yeah, a lot of people that have seen the videos on them are going, no, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not us. Yeah, it's true. Um, and the TR3B is true. Everybody sees that and calls it a, yeah, exactly. So if the thing weighs, 30,000 pounds, it weighs 3,000 pounds, and it has because it cancels out everything on the inside. So you can take a 20G turn and only 2 Gs. Well, we know that the human body can take way more than 2 Gs. Um, so, I mean, 2 Gs is nothing. I mean, 2 Gs is absolutely nothing. I mean, in the race car, we're 5 Gs according to the computer. We're 5 Gs when I take off. And when I hit the chute, I'm 4 Gs whenever the chute comes out. So, yeah, but did you see? Now Grant makes a good point right there. There were hundreds of cars burnt to a crisp miles away from the towers. But did you notice the stuff that was burnt on them? It wasn't like the whole car was burnt. It was weird, weird. Giving him live chats to go to Star Wars Celebration. Yeah, I'm going to Star Wars. I'm scheduled to be there. The hell happened to my live chats? There we go. Oh, money to go to Star Wars Celebration. Mr. Pete, you're out of here. That's awesome. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you're close. So maybe we'll get you to hit that 300. Well, we got like what, a week left. We got like a week left on your channel. The TR3B can can go anywhere. When I say it can go anywhere, it can go anywhere. It is freaking amazing. If you haven't if you haven't looked it up, just look up TR3B on YouTube, um, and see what that damn thing can do. When people say it's in a blink of an eye, it's gone. That's how fast it is, and it literally is. Blink of an eye, it's gone. Yeah, that must be nice to be able to get super chats. Um, I'm still under review, so you've been reading up on 5G. 5G, I read up on when they were first doing it, and yeah, that TR3B is a bad dude. Everybody thinks everybody thinks that it's a UFO. It's not. It's ours. It's ours. It's big as a freaking football field. It's ours. I mean, it's freaking huge. Well, I don't know if Ivan's monetized or not. I know Jesse just got hers, and she's been waiting 6 months, um, which is crazy. And Anna, I know Anna is monetized. Um, I don't look. I don't at this point. I don't see us hooking up with geeks and gamers. At I mean, we might do something on a live stream or something else, but I mean, I don't see anything happening from that. So, um, Yeah. Oh, definitely part of the community. Definitely part of the community. I mean, somebody that has common sense, um, which is really hard to come by. Star Wars shorts. Star Wars shorts are cool. Um, and my chat went away from YouTube. There we go. Oh yeah, I am definitely part of the community, no doubt. Um, yeah, I don't know if I could work with Mad Max. Um, I'm not just for. I like our channel. I mean, we've got. Yeah, I mean, we make good time. All right, try to make you try to make good content that's real, accurate, and just to keep people informed. And and you know, as long as there's stuff that people don't know. Um, Daniel, you leaving? He was the first one here. All right, Daniel. I'm glad you could catch him. I'm glad you caught the stream tonight. Yeah, it was as long as you can keep people informed on what's actually going on. Um, I don't know. I mean, I talked to Ethan once, and I told him that shit was getting ready to happen. And I mean, I don't. It's not like I got a fucking crystal ball. I mean, I tried to warn people, and sure enough, it happened. I don't know if I could get a guest spot on the High Council, but that would be cool. It's I don't know of many other smaller YouTube channels out there. I know that Jeremy said the other night that he was going to get up with me on one of the live streams they had, but I haven't seen anything about it. So, well, I mean, if I got on there, let me tell you what, I've got so much freaking insider information, and that's the thing. Yeah, I've got such a good friend that's that's there that's concerned. He's as concerned as he's as concerned as we are for Lucasfilm. Like I said, he's been there over 20 years, and you know he doesn't like the way things are going. He doesn't like the way things feel. He doesn't, it's stressful for him to go to work. Um, I appreciate the fact that you like what I do. I just try to keep it honest, and I try and I said it over and over again. I just try and keep it like we're talking one on one on anything that I do. Yeah, Zerk. I'm serious about doing. Yeah, I am all for doing podcasts. So just if you want to, you can either go to my page and then hit my email there, or you can DM me on Twitter, um, which the Twitter's down in the description. If you want to DM me on that, Invader, here's how you get around that. Put it through a filter and then change it from color to black and white, and you're good to go. They'll never hit you for copyright. Um, there's been a lot of things. There have been a lot of things that they have regrown fingers. They have regrown. Yeah, Invader 6 is right on this now. They have regrown fingers. They have regrown arms. Um, one person had regrown an ear. Um, it's freaking amazing the shit that they're coming up with now, and it all comes from stem cell research. It's amazing what they're doing. I mean, it really is. Now, at sacrificing the shit that they're doing to do it. I don't think it's done with nano. Well, now nanotechnology, I'm not so sure about. And sound waves, um, yeah, Lucasfilm, man, at this point, they're not double down. They're not even triple down. They are nailed down. I mean, it it is stupid. What caused all of your problems in the first place? But let's not stop that problem. I don't think that trilogy is ever going to happen. I really don't. All right, dude. Yeah, just hit me up. Nothing, freaking nothing about Star Wars doing a trilogy. That is insane to me. I mean, that's insane to me. Um, yeah, he still doesn't know what the essence of Star Wars is. Yeah, yeah. I sent him a link. I DM'd him a link the other day to an interview with George Lucas, and said, "Here you go. You want to know the essence of Star Wars? Here it is, right here." I haven't gotten a smart ass reply back from him yet. Most of the time, he does reply back to me. Yeah, the essence of Star Wars. I mean, he does not know the essence of Star Wars. But he's a fan. He's been a fan his whole entire life. Look at this little shit. This summit ain't it. He's not a Star Wars fan. He is not a Star Wars fan. If he's a Star Wars fan, he doesn't do that to Luke. Period. That's not a Star Wars fan. Like I said before, if you read the movie, I mean, if you watch the movies, just because you watch them doesn't make you a Star Wars fan. If I eat a coconut, doesn't make me a coconut. Um, Now, if I identify as a coconut, I identify as a coconut. But if I eat one, doesn't make me a coconut. Just because I ate a Girl Scout once doesn't make me a cookie. Um, all right, so they released that they had 9 projects in the works. All right, well, that was a smokescreen. That was bullshit. That was horseshit. They never had 9 projects in the works. Um, um, his or Lucasfilm never had 9. They never had 9 in the works. That was all to bolster stocks because so they could turn around and counter Comcast's offer for Fox. I think he's got a personal nut for Luke. I think he has a personal Luke. Sorry, my phone went off. I don't know what my mother's doing up at 2 in the freaking morning. So There have been so many comments on that freaking last video. All right, so you ready to hear this? I'm sure you're going to be. I'm sure you're. Uh, it sounded like she farted. I don't get it. That was the voicemail. Um, Ty, you all right? Well, I'm glad you stopped by, Curtis. Man, it's always good talking to you. Yeah, it's freaking 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, like I said, man, I ever since I went to California and came back, I have it's like everything's completely screwed up. I stay up till 5 in the morning, and then I'll go to work. I have to be there at 8, and normally I'm there at 7:30, and I'll get like 2 hours of sleep, and then I'll come home and try and work as much as I can, and then I'll go through jet lag, man. Jet lag has kicked my freaking ass, and I can't shake it. I don't know what the hell. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to take something to get me to go to sleep, get me on a regular damn pattern again. But I got so much shit going on between all of the businesses, and then um, doing the channel and making sure that I keep it updated. Um, because I mean, the way it is now, shit changes daily. Because there's no organization. There's no there's no leadership. There's no direction. There's nothing, and I'm not used to that. I'm extremely with my businesses. There is a direction all the time. There is leadership all the time. There are good decisions made all the time. Whether it's a safe decision or not, it's a good decision. Um, there's really no reason to risk a bunch of stuff for, you know, man, you must have a direct in with Jeremy or something. Because I reached out to him a while back and still hadn't heard anything from him. Now I reached out to Ethan. Actually, Ethan reached out to me, and then I got back with him. Um, yeah, that's cool. I'm an asshole. I voted for Trump too. Um, I tell it like it is. Yeah, I mean, I just I mean that's just me. So I don't consider myself to be an asshole. I would rather tell somebody the truth, no matter how bad it stings or no matter how bad it hurts, because I would rather somebody just tell me the truth. Um, I don't know if women can be I don't know if women can be assholes. I don't think that's what they call women. I don't think they call women assholes. All right, Ty. We'll see you, bro. Um, you've not met my ex. I did call my ex an asshole once because God, you are such an asshole. And I was thinking, wait a minute, wait a minute, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Bonnie just admits it. See, Bonnie, see, as long as you just admit it, that's it. I mean, I'll own it. I own it. Not only do I own it, I'll I'll rock that shit. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. Shit doesn't matter to me. I just tell it how it is. Like I said before, I'd rather somebody tell me the truth as I would sit there and work their way all around it. Just give it to me straight up. I mean, when they told me I had a brain tumor, they just told me I had a brain tumor. There you go. I mean, it was simple as that. He was sitting in there and he was like, "Well, I've got this and I've got that, and well, we found a little something that could be." I said, "Look, just tell me what the hell it is. I mean, if I know what it is, then I can make an informed decision on what to do and what not to do." So, so finally, he just came out and said it. And when he came out and said it, okay, all right, well, you know, well, I couldn't get baking soda directly in my brain. So, but I did hear that baking soda is good for, yeah, yeah, I couldn't get it directly in my brain. So, yeah, it was, so I just went home, processed all the information, give me all the truthful shit. And then I did a bunch of research on it and got all of the, information on it. And actually, the ones that did mine was Palmetto State University, um, and they have come up with two new surgeries. And the first one I had done is called it's actually called microsurgery, um, and they removed the majority of it, and then it ended up coming back a year and a half later, and I'm still recouping from it now. But I just had that's why I have to keep going back to the doctor for this and that. Because the last thing I had was called gamma knife surgery. So, uh, yeah, I look. I went to like 20 different neurologists, and then I went to 5 different neurosurgeons before I made an informed decision. And Palmetto State seemed to be the best place to go. His entire team is on the board at South Carolina. Yeah, exactly. Now you know what's going on in my head. Yeah. Yeah. It's why I'm not as it's why I'm not at work as much right now. Because I'm still trying to recover from everything. So I've still got about 15 more pounds to gain back from the chemo. So um, according to oh, you live in Carolina? I'm a according to the last. Well, I've done 4 MRIs since Emma, and it looks okay. Right now, I'm working on getting my immune system back up, and um, once I get my immune system back up, because the chemo just brought it down. So once I get my immune system back up, I mean, I mean, if I were to catch a cold or something else, it would take my body so much energy to fight it off because I don't have the white blood cells I had before. Um, the chemo just kills all that shit. So yeah, um, I'm taking 4 different prescriptions of supplements just to be able to up the up my white blood cell count and to get everything back. But yeah, yeah, the immunity is the big thing, the big issue right now. Which is the good news is there's nothing left of it now. But I mean, there wasn't anything left of it before, and then it ended up coming back. So, but this time we did a gamma knife surgery on it. We did a lot more chemo. So I was in chemo for like 6 months um, of straight IV chemo and radiation, which is bad. I guarantee, Diane, if you give a Rothschild cancer, there'll be a cure. Give a Rothschild cancer, there'll be a cure. Um, exactly. Exactly. But I'm still working on stuff here. Just not like I was at work. Um, yeah, I'm just talking with all y'all guys is pretty cool. Um, I really enjoyed. Man, that first live stream, God, we had so much freaking fun that damn night. I don't remember where that shit ended up going, but we went way the hell off topic. But on a live stream, it's man, it just goes wherever it wants to go. You know what I mean? It's um, my dad actually died of cancer too. Yeah. All right, y'all two, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Yeah. Oh my God. When it lost sound and just, but what are you gonna do? I mean, you know, Frank, you brown white supremacist, you. Yeah. Yeah. My mom had it. My dad had it. My dad died from it. My mother was fine. Now, cannabis oil has been known to work. Um, yeah, the THC, it really does that really does work and help. Yeah, I don't have my dad. He died when I was 21, so I haven't had him forever. And miss him every day. But I mean, he taught me so much from the time I was born to the time I'm 21. Uh, I was one of the smartest men I've ever known. Um, the only new Star Wars news that's really going on is they're in trouble from Disney. Disney is pissed at them. Um, they're restructuring the way they do things. They are also not going to do the just put a bunch of names on the wall and throw a dart at it um, in order to pick a movie. There's actually going to be research, development, everything that they've not had um, from now on. And this has actually been in the works. It's just you're just now hearing about it. Um, remember, I told you the shit's about to hit the fan last week. Everybody, I mean, y'all should all remember that shit's about to hit the fan. Remember, I told you the shit's about to hit the fan. All right, well, they just announced that the shit hit the fan, but the shit hit the fan a while back. Um, Disney's not going to have a losing company. Period. Um, they're not going to have a losing company. They can't. Right now, it's killing their stock prices, and they can't afford that. Kathleen Kennedy definitely needs to go. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. At least we had a good relationship, which a lot of people don't get that opportunity, especially nowadays, to have a relationship with their mom or dad or one or the other. So I mean, at least I had that opportunity, and I mean, he was a great dad too. So um, yeah, definitely fuck cancer, fuck cancer. I donated 1,000 per year, which one includes includes lightsabers. We do demo lightsaber duels and everything else to go along with a bunch of other stuff that people do. And all that money goes to cancer research as well. Um, and then, of course, we do our normal Toys for Tot stuff too. So, I try to do as much for charity as I can possibly do. Um, and as much as I can afford, I give. So yeah, I'm not really worried about me, Invader. I'm worried about everybody else. You know, the little kids, the little kids. You know, because I mean, I'm old enough now that I mean I've accomplished a lot and done a lot, and but I mean a 5, 6, 7 year old kid. I mean, they don't deserve it. So if you give to the right organizations like Cancer Research Centers of America, they don't charge anybody a dime. They don't charge them a dime to go there. It is completely free and it's supported by regular people. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, the little ones, and we go see them a lot. We go see them a lot to cheer them up. We'll dress up in our superhero outfits and we will make it to the kids ward, which is huge here. We have a huge hospital here, and they have they built an entire huge building for the children's portion, and we go through there, and it just lights the children's faces up. Um, oh, your aunt's going through it now, man. It's oh yeah, the kids love it. The kids love it. Yeah, the kids freaking love it. Man, you just see their faces light up. It is. Um, oh yeah, we dress up. Um, it really depends because I have a couple different things that I can dress up as. But most of the time, I've got a really nice Deadpool costume that I did, and there are a few people around here that have the Spider Man. We've got a Spider Man, we have a Wonder Woman, and we have a Batman. So we will all four of us go, and it's pretty cool. And then we also have some Star Wars people around here, and I'll dress up as a stormtrooper or a shadow trooper. I try not to do the death trooper because it's a death trooper. You know, I don't want to be running through the kids ward in a. I mean, even though it is the coolest freaking costume ever, I don't want to go through there with wearing a death trooper. Yeah, so we do that a lot. I mean, we do that at least once a month. We do that at least once a month. We have 4 hospitals here. We have one huge one. Yeah, if they would have found my dad's, they said if they would have found it 3 months earlier, he'd have been fine. But, you know, I mean, it's that's been a long time ago, and, you know, luckily, we found mine. We found mine because I was in a racing accident. So, uh no, I do not go as a Care Bear. No, everything I dress up as is I mean, TKs do it better. So anytime I can, man, I will put on a freaking stormtrooper armor all day long. Um, it's cool. I put on the stormtrooper armor and I actually took video walking inside of the damn Kroger right down the road. And I didn't say a thing to anybody. I just grabbed a shopping cart and started walking through Kroger in a stormtrooper outfit in my armor and started going through there. And I was picking up the weirdest shit I could possibly get, knowing I wasn't going to buy any of it. Um, I would dress up as Phasma, but then I would have to identify as female. And I've got the actual chrome. I have the actual chrome paint, so it wouldn't be like these replica suits would look like a brand new shiny bumper from a 1955 Chevrolet. Um, I mean, it would be like a mirror. I've got the three. A matter of fact, um, it's based out of Australia. The paint that I use is based out of Australia. I get it from there. It comes in two parts, and you spray it on there, and it you put down a black base coat, and then you spray it on there, and then you run water over top of it, and shit is chrome. I mean, chrome like a mirror chrome. They it is, but it's just $350 a quart. I love Phasma's costume, and they really made a mistake with her. I mean, they really, yeah, but a little bit goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way with it, though. So, because the regular black, you can use any black for the base coat on it. But yeah, they really screwed up. They screwed up with Phasma. Man, they had a chance because in the comic book she was badass, and then they just took her and screwed her character all to shit. I mean, even in the first one, do you honestly think Phasma's going to sit there and let the defenses down so they can blow up the whole damn planet rather than just get killed? I mean, really? And now the deleted scene, I like the deleted scene from The Last Jedi better than what they actually showed, but they haven't done any decent development on any character, but they really underperformed Phasma. I mean, you know what? When The Force Awakens came out, that's that's exactly why my stepson wanted to go see it because man, he was a big fan of Phasma, and we just knew she was going to be a badass. I mean, we knew she was going to be a badass, and then they turned out to be she's nothing. Exactly, exactly. Totally not Ezio Robert. Yeah, exactly. That was much better than what was actually in the movie. That scene was much better. It is one of the reasons why The Last Jedi sucks. I mean, there are many and countless, and I can tell you none of them are racist, none of them are sexist, none of them are homophobic. Um, I don't care what you do in your bedroom, and I have subs that are openly gay, bisexual, and they have the same opinion we do. It's it has absolutely nothing to do with any of that. It just has to do with the fact that it's poorly made. The characters are horrible. Um, you've got good actors there. Um, you need to utilize them, but there's not a good story, and the way you're wanting them to react is just, I, yeah. Han is a deadbeat dad. You know better than that. You saw him when they were on Endor. Do you think he's going to leave her like that? Finn could have been one of the coolest ass characters out there. And I've said that I don't know how many times. Um, Finn could have been one of the coolest characters and had one of the best arcs. Nobody leaves being a stormtrooper, and then to have his transformation go the way he was. I don't care white, black, red, brown, yellow, purple. I don't care what color he is. I like that idea. And then John Boyega gave a good performance, but they just didn't give him anything to perform to. And then the second movie, you could have just cut him completely out of that bitch. I mean, he honestly didn't further the plot, didn't do anything. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Why do you need a code breaker when you got R2D2? I mean, he's like Lando. He sticks it in anything and then it automatically works. Yeah, Jeffrey, you made it just in time. What I still can't get my head around episode 7 is the flashback scene and the map Luke Skywalker left in R2. All right, exactly. Okay, so let's discuss that for a second. Okay, the flashback scene could be a flash forward or flashback, but if she's a Kenobi, and just remember this: if she's a Kenobi, why would that lightsaber call to her? The second thing is everything that she sees inside of this flashback has Luke's name and Luke's name. I'm just going to say Luke's name all over it because even though Vader is there, it's Luke is the one that's telling no, and then it's Luke the one that was at the his Jedi temple where he was teaching kids, and it was Luke that was fighting at Cloud City. And remember, it was Obi-Wan that told Luke after he had given him that lightsaber that these are your first steps. So for that to actually come up and everybody goes, oh, well, she's automatically Kenobi because Ben Kenobi says these are your first steps. Okay, well, he said that to Luke as well. It wouldn't, a lightsaber, it's all right. Like I said, this is not fucking Harry Potter. All right. This is not Harry Potter. Um, where the lightsaber picks the user. That's not how this shit works. For her to touch it and for her to call, or for it to call to her, and it was Anakin's and Luke's. I mean, that is done. Oh, I said it the other shit. I said it the other night. I think you were here. I think you were in that one, Joe. That's the only thing Ryan Johnson needs to be directing is a fucking Twilight movie. Um, yeah, I mean, Poe was originally supposed to be killed off early on in Episode 7, but because his character showed so well, in the audience ratings, because they routinely do these to portions of the film are shown to a select group. All right, so people liked Poe, so they kept him in the movie with the intention he was going to get killed off at the end. But they decided to keep him on because he had such a good reaction from the people that were watching the movie. So they kept him alive, and then they did absolutely shit to him in the second one, except for every one of these characters could be done in a different way. Um, every one of them could be done in a different way to where the character is actually good. Um, and then you could have it. Finn could be made to be an awesome ass character. Um, I I think Daisy Ridley is cute as a button, um, and I think she could have been an excellent Jedi character. I think Poe could have been the new Han, um, but that's not how this shit works. But I think the characters, and I'm not talking about the diversity because that's a bad word. I don't give two shits about diversity. I really don't. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't care about diversity. I'm not looking at their color or anything else. Um, that's my thing. I'm looking at the character. Um, I honestly don't give a shit if you're a male or a female. Um, if I did, would my second favorite character be Mara Jade? If I really cared about strong female leads, I mean, she couldn't be. And then Ahsoka, another favorite character of mine, another badass female. And then I really like the Jason and Jana story. Well, damn, there's a female in that too. Um, I don't care. I really don't. I I can't say that I love the Mace Windu character, um, because it was basically not really Mace Windu. It was just Samuel L. Jackson with a lightsaber. But because he plays the same character all the time. But I like Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, when it comes down to somebody narrating my life as I die, it's going to be Samuel L. Jackson because I need more fucks in there. So I want him narrating it, not Morgan Freeman. No offense to Morgan Freeman. Samuel L. Jackson has got the job for doing that. Um, what did I think of the Ray clone of Luke's hand theory? If they all right, then it would clone then it would clone Luke. I'm married a I'm married a woman with Leia's personality. Seriously, I get away with nothing. Um, my ex was the same way. I go for the strong female type to begin with. I mean, I really do. I mean, I go for the strong female type anyway. So I like smart women. I have, maybe I'm just in the damn minority on this, but um, I like everything that Samuel Jackson does. Yes, exactly. Flash Force. Um, so it's not the female stuff. It's not a female lead. I don't care about the female leads. I don't care. Ventress was badass. Um, so I don't care. But you have to make a character. Hey, what's going on? Strong, smart women are sexy. I will give you that. I am all for that. And I'm not just gonna say sexy. I'm gonna say beautiful. Um, I really, 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 really like smart women. Um, Ray has just got no personality. Um, it's just a bad character. MD, all right. All right, you're gonna have to tell me how to pronounce your last name. Anas? Yeah, MD. We'll go with MD. What's up, MD? Um, yeah, she's got no absolutely zero character buildup. There's no arc at all. It's just it came up, in the Force Awakens, and it just leveled off, and it stayed there. Um, yeah, exactly. Look at Ripley. Yeah, exactly. That's it. My big dog, my big pit is named Ripley. after Ripley from Aliens. Yeah. Um, so it's it's not the females. It's not the female lead stuff. That's not it. You know, you're making excuses because you made a shitty movie, and you can't admit you made a shitty movie. Um, Ray's biggest inner struggle is she doesn't know who her parents are. How is that an inner struggle? I mean, seriously, how's that an inner struggle? I mean, it's stupid. Strong men are sexy. Wait a minute, and then you put beautiful. Wait a minute. Strong men can't be beautiful. We have scruffy beards and and we don't wear them as a fashion statement. Um, we wear them because this is who we are. Uh, wh- wait a minute, wait. Grant, you got to go return some videos. Who rents videos? Who rents videos anymore? Oh no, you're catching some shit from this one. Come on, Grant. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Redbox. Yeah, but I mean, nowadays with man, go get you a Fire Stick and yeah, go get you a Fire Stick and put Cody on that bitch, and then no, don't even worry about it. I can, yeah. Now it's a pain in the ass because they'll stop them, and there'll be a new version come out, and you'll have to reload the new version. But then you're right back. I like the newest version, 17.6, Diane. 17.6 is awesome. I love American Psycho. Got to return my videos to PB. Yeah, 17.6 is. I like 17.6 better than the last version anyway. Uh, okay. I got you now. I like Christian Bale too. Um, in real life, he's a weird dude, but as an actor, everything that he's done has been great. Um, I really did like the I really did like his Batman. Period. Um, I was really upset when Ben Affleck. I mean, that's not Batman. Um, but man, The Dark Knight was he was Batman, and the Dark Knight series of movies. I don't think, I honestly don't think they're ever gonna be able to match that. Um, with Heath Ledger's Joker, which was so freaking well done and over the top and good. I mean, just good. Um, I don't. It's do I like Bale better than Keaton's Batman? Yeah, yeah, I did. I really did. And don't get me wrong. Um, I liked Michael Keaton's version of Batman too. But yeah, when it came to the Dark Knight, man, he Christian Bale nailed it, nailed it. Jared Leto's Joker, man, oh my god, in the Suicide Squad was just He tried to way too fucking hard. But I mean, would you really want to take a role of Joker after Heath Ledger? Yeah, exactly. Nope. I wouldn't want to. Um, well, that's the rumor. That's the rumor, Diane. That's the rumor that they're gonna make a Joker movie. But uh, see, the thing is Marvel actually does their research before they announce that they're going to do this or before they start a process. Um, that's where Marvel comes in, and that's why they do well. They listen to all the fans, and that's why their movies do well. DC just decides, well, let's just take everybody and completely flip them around. See if that works. It's kind of like Lucasfilm. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, I mean, it's freaking Liam Neeson as the Joker. Yeah, I didn't really like Jared Leto's version of the Joker either. I really didn't. I mean, I really didn't care for it at all. Um, Now Liam Neeson as the Joker. Now he would have to be able to keep his accent. Well, Mark Hamill is the Joker. Um, yeah, Jeffrey Grimm says Mark Hamill as the Joker. All right, Mark, he is the Joker. So I like Liam Neeson. I thought he did a great job as Qui Gon Jinn. And Qui Gon was one of my favorite characters. Um, yeah, Mark does a great job. Mark does a great job as the Joker. Johnny Depp, that's another weird dude, but when it comes to acting, man, I can see him doing. He's done some off the wall shit, but and I'm not a fan of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was just creepy as shit. Um, I did watch the original Batmans. I did with the out of shape Batman in tights. Yes, I did watch that. I mean, it was. I I I love the car. Um, the car was so freaking iconic. Um, the red phone, the direct line to all of that stuff was cool. There is going to be a second film to The Shining. Um, oh God. Well, Joaquin Phoenix is about crazy enough to do a Joker. He did a great Johnny Cash. He did great in Johnny Cash. Yeah, the Batman we were talking about was Adam West. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, exactly. And Catwoman. I liked watching that stuff. I mean, looking back on it now, is it cheesy? Hell yeah, it's cheesy. But everything back then was cheesy. But I mean, even Superman back then was cheesy. But you know, Catwoman, yeah, Catwoman was hot. I'll give you that. I will give you that. Um, which Catwoman? Come on. There's only well, I mean, Eartha Kitt wasn't the one I was thinking of, but Eartha Kitt did do a really good Cat. Um, I yeah, that whole thing with man, Superman, Man of Steel, falls off a friggin' horse, breaks his neck, becomes a damn quadriplegic. I mean, everybody that plays the Superman characters like it's like they've got some kind of curse or some shit on them. It's really kind of weird. Um, I don't trust DC to do a good film either. Um, but I mean, you have to turn around and look back at Wonder Woman, which I thought was a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked it from beginning to end. I don't really like the time era it was in, but but um, as far as the movie goes, I thought Gal Gadot was a good. I thought she was a great Wonder Woman. I thought the movie was well done, and coincidentally, she's a strong female lead, and the first half of the movie is spent with all females, and they're all strong. And it was also directed by a female, and I'm still saying I liked it, loved it, and could sit there and watch it again and again and again. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, or maybe they're wrong. Maybe I'm not sexist and can't stand female leads. I don't know. Um, Brie has gotten her ass in a lot of trouble. Um, she's already pissed off so many freaking people. I was really looking forward to watching Captain Marvel, but now she's going to be she's the strongest friggin' one out there. She's going to be able to beat Thanos by herself. Um, she's tired of the critics being all white men, all this other crap. She's throwing a bunch of bullshit in there. Man, she went on a freaking tangent, putting men down, putting white men down. Just look it up. Look it up. It's all over it's all over the damn internet. And I was actually looking forward to it. Um, but not now. I'm really not. And as a matter of fact, I mean, my stepson was looking forward to it too. Now his favorite superhero is Captain Planet. I know, but he's an extremely smart kid. So um, now there's tons of people that just really uh, 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 Marvel's not going to do anything. They just announced that the next 20 movies, the majority of them are going to have women directors because they have vaginas. So, and that was just announced. So, they're gonna find out soon enough. I mean, it's just like the comic book industry found out. You put a bunch of SJW messages out there, you're gonna find out that your shit's not gonna sell, and you're gonna end up closing down comic book shops. So, Jessica Biel would make a good anything. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Jessica Biel would make a good anything. Um, Plus, she is super fit too. Um, yeah, surprisingly, yeah. And like I said in the live stream last night, if they touch now that they're going to have Fox, if they touch my freaking Deadpool character, I will burn freaking Cinderella's castle down. I will burn that fucking castle down at damn Disney. Oh yeah, Jessica Biel is in great shape. Man, I don't know why. I, because in Hollywood, it's cool. That's the only thing I can think of. In Hollywood, it's cool to be that way. Oh no, no, they'll never mess up Deadpool. I'll guarantee you, Ryan Reynolds won't hold that shit. Guarantee you, Ryan won't let that shit happen. He's way too passionate about Deadpool. He will not let that shit happen. Yeah, you're right. It does not matter the gender of the directors or writers. I honestly don't care. Um, and I can't believe Feige didn't do anything about it either. But Feige's also the one that announced that the next 20 Marvel movies, the majority of them are going to be directed by women. You know, whether they're whether they're freaking qualified or not. I don't know. Which I'm hoping what they do is through the live action series that Favreau's doing, there'll be different directors for episodes, just like every other TV show does. There'll be different directors for different episodes, and there are some great women directors out there, and there are some up and coming great women directors out there, and I have no problem with the gender deal. Um, have them direct one, and I think this is what they're going to be doing. They're going to have them direct their way up, and if they prove that you know they're really that they know what they're doing and they do a good job, uh, I mean, look at Wonder Woman, directed by a woman, great movie, love it. Is it a Black Panther movie? No. Well, wait a minute, that means I'm not racist, because if I was racist, you damn sure couldn't like a Black Panther movie. I thought the Black Panther movie was freaking great. It had some SJW moments in it too. But I kind of let them slide. Um, but the movie overall as a whole, I liked Black Panther. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Looking at the trailers, I thought the movie was just going to be crap, and I was pleasantly surprised. I went the second weekend. I didn't go the first weekend because I didn't really care about seeing it opening because you know R. Kelly, all the damn females that are under 15 need to leave right now. R. Kelly just jumped into the live chat. Either that or they all need to put a raincoat on. Um, yeah, I like Black Panther. I like the story. Killmonger, I like Killmonger. All right, I like Killmonger. You won't pee on anyone. All right, R. Kelly says everybody's safe. He's not gonna pee. He's not gonna pee on anybody. So that's good. I thought Killmonger was great. I thought he did a good job. Um, yeah, exactly. You're over. Black Panther is better than Thor 2. I would agree. Let's see. And non-male fans and hate the Star Wars. Yeah, I say this all the time. If you're not white and you're not a male, your opinion doesn't matter. Apparently, I mean, seriously, they don't. If you're not a white male, your opinion doesn't matter, which is completely horseshit. Because I mean, we have we have lots of females on here. We have lots of people of color on here um, from all around the world, and it's the same. we all hit the same points. Every one of us. The stuff that we don't like. It's not like we all have a different view of it. You know what I mean? It's not like we all have a different view of the movie. Everything that we dislike about the movie is the same. It's the same thing. I mean, it's just a shitty movie, plain and simple, with bad characters, a shitty story, lazily written. Um, they screwed over every iconic character there ever was, and they all did it in the name of nothing. Yeah, the Mummy movies with Brandon Fraser and oh god, what's her name? I know her last name's Weiss. I thought they did I didn't like I did not like the last Mummy movie that Brandon Fraser did because it didn't have her in there. Yeah, Rachel Weisz. I didn't like the last one because it didn't have Rachel Weisz in it had and they used somebody else. That was bad. And I would have liked the new Mummy movie had Tom Cruise not stuck his nose in there and demanded twice the amount of screen time as the Mummy, which it was actually named after. And then he got his way. So um, Han's dead, Luke's dead, and Leia, yeah. Um, and if they had developed the characters and they were good, um, you know, but they didn't. I mean, the characters are flat, uh, one dimensional, no depth, no real. There's really no characters left. Man, I don't think Billy D will allow them to kill him off. So yeah, yeah, Billy D ain't gonna play that shit. Yeah, my chat keeps going in and out for some reason. I don't know. It just blinks on and off for some reason. Um, oh my God, I know Emma. And Kathleen Kennedy said that little girls can't relate to Luke. Luke was everybody's favorite character, no matter what color or what gender you were. I mean, it's it's true. I something happened to. I'm telling you, something happened to Kathleen Kennedy from the time she started at working at Lucasfilm. The whole time she's been in Hollywood, um, something happened to her to turn her the way she is now. I don't know if she needs a I don't know if she needs a fucking hug or if somebody hugged her inappropriately or I don't know. But something happened to her ass. I don't know. Um, and back when she started, it was a male dominated business. So maybe she's got a lot of resentment for going to go get coffee. When she started off, she was just a secretary. So and he said she wasn't even a good secretary. Um, but she was good at production. So he moved her and started using her for some production stuff, and she was better at that than she was as a secretary. This is coming from George Lucas himself. Um, so I don't know, maybe all of that stuff just kind of built up in her, and she needs a bear hug from a bear. Ah, look at the rest of Lucas's companies, right? You have ILM, still doing great. You have Pixar, um, which was Lucasfilm, doing excellent. Every company that came from Lucasfilm is doing great, except for the Star Wars franchise. So I thought River Phoenix. I mean, he didn't get that. He didn't get a chance to do too much. But the things that I saw him in, especially because I mean, he was extremely young, and the things that he did do, he was an excellent actor. Um, and I hate that he freaking OD'd, but because I mean, the kid had, I mean, had a lot of potential, a lot of potential. And now Joaquin Phoenix, whenever he did the HBO series Rome, no, Gladiator, when he was in Gladiator, he did a great job at being a dick asshole Sister Screwer in that movie. And I mean, but I mean, he's a weird cat, but he did a good job in Johnny Cash movie too. So let's see, Ryan is a secret genius, or is he? He's a genius in his own mind. Funny part is what made Star Wars so great was its merchandise sales, and no one is ever going to buy merchandise for Disney Lucasfilm anymore. Um, it was it. I made that statement earlier. Hardcore fans are the ones that buy merchandise, and they're not after hardcore fans anymore. Uh, I don't know. I don't know exactly how. I don't know what he overdosed on, but I know it was terrible. Because I mean, he was young, so but he was. I mean, he every role that he played was great. I mean, I thought he did a really great job. I mean, Star Wars needs new storylines and new plots. I agree. They need new management. They need great stories. They need good characters that are completely developed, which is up to the director to do. Um, they need to, instead of being all over the fucking place like they are right now, um, they need to have their shit together, and everything needs to be lined out the way Marvel is. Marvel is lined out. Their shit is in order, and Lucasfilm is not. And you have to remember all these projects that were given the green light, or yeah, let's do this one, or yeah, let's test that one, or yeah, that's all Kathleen Kennedy is saying. She's the one that has to approve this shit. So where does the fault lie? Kathleen Kennedy. Um, yeah, I think George Lucas's idea of the sequels would have been better too. And I didn't like the way they released it as George Lucas's sequels being in a negative light either. Yeah, I don't think honestly, Invader, I don't think they need to continue on with trilogies. I don't think trilogies is how this is going to work. Um, I honestly don't think the trilogy thing is the way to go. If they want to make a trilogy for the D&D stuff, that's fine. But then there should be a shoot off movie from it, and another shoot off movie from it, and another shoot off movie from it. But everything needs to be planned out, um, which is what they're doing now. Um, I don't know. It's not pausing here at all. I'm looking good. Is anybody else having a problem with the live stream pausing? Because I mean, Yeah, it's doing good here. Oh, well, maybe sometimes that's just me stopping and then just moving. Yeah, well, yeah, for me, I mean, there's not even any lag in it for me, so, I mean, that's good. Um, um, I mean, like I said, I mean, my Wi-Fi box is literally 3 feet away from the damn computer, so, and my computer is hooked up to a 5G network and a 4G network right now, so there's nothing there's nothing YouTube can say. I'll just put it that way. There's not a damn thing YouTube can. Oh, all right. Yeah, we're not gonna go into that text. All right, cool. Yeah, they need to fast forward 5,000 years and start all over. The thing is they're so scared, and this was mentioned a lot. They're so scared to get away from the characters from the original trilogy that they're afraid that the movies won't work. So they want to just continue to go back and rehash all these characters all over again. You paid $4.3 billion for everything. Um, go dwell into it. Go dwell into it. Don't sit there and just rich old shit all the time. I mean, that's all Hollywood does nowadays. They rehash shit. You know, they take another movie and then well, let's remake it. Um, I don't know who Sebastian Stan is. Um, exactly. They don't know what they're doing. I say that shit all the time. Um, and my buddy that's there knows that they don't know what they're doing either. And if Kathleen Kennedy was right here in front of me, I'd tell her she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. And then I would wait for the response. Well, if you think you can do any fucking better, you're more than welcome to come do it. Don't think shit wouldn't change. Um, yeah, don't think shit wouldn't change. I could eat alphabet soup and shit out of better script. Uh, all right, Warren. I appreciate you stopping by. Oh, okay. I know who Stan is now. That might work, and he's a good actor. And he's a good actor. So that might work. There's so much to work with before all this shit. And then you have the whole after all this shit that you can do something with, but then you have the whole rest of the fucking galaxy. Um, you know, imagine how big our galaxy is, the Milky Way. There is no way in hell the First Order is running an entire galaxy. There's no way. The First Order is the biggest idiots in the freaking universe. That you can't even compare them to the Empire. I mean, it's not a comparison. And they had to change their stormtroopers up because they're not real stormtroopers. I'll have to look at that. Him with the hair. Yeah, yeah. If you're down to running out of fuel as as your last friggin' resort, I mean, Jesus, man, you're reaching. Learning through insanity, man's going to bed. It's only 3:15 here. Well, I mean that's pretty late here too. Um, and you're right, Jeffrey. They don't get it. I'm glad you stopped by. Um, I still got my two biggest supporters with me. I got Bonnie and Toriel, and now we got R. Kelly. Shit, we had Luke Skywalker a while ago. Freaking Chuck Norris is a freaking subscriber. Can Chuck Norris? Um, I have lots of different lightsabers. So, I mean, literally lots, and different manufacturers too, and some of them that I just made myself. Because I mean, I have a machine shop at the shop, so I can buy the stuff I need off of a custom saber shop as far as the internal electronics, and then I can make the chassis, and then I can actually make uh, the hilt and everything else at the shop. So yeah, I've got 43. Yeah, 43 lightsabers. Um, it was more than that, but remember, I gave some away. So, um, but yeah, I have 43 now. Yeah. Well, I mean, the goal is to have 100. That's the goal. I want 100. Um, and they're all useful. Like they're not like just display pieces. I mean, you can actually go fight people with them. You can actually go duel. I mean, I can literally take like that one right there is an ultra saber. I can take that sucker outside, go beat the I can go beat that damn tree to freaking death with it, and it doesn't break. That's no lie. You'll not break the blade on it, and you'll never hurt the electronics on the inside. And I'll love it to death. And it's based off of Obi-Wan's from the prequels. That one is the Force is Chuck Norris's sweat. Oh man, that's funny. Um, well, for 1,500, I'm giving away another lightsaber. At 2,000, which we just hit, I got to get up with Amazon because Amazon, I'd already gotten up with them and told them that I was going to do a giveaway. They don't sponsor the channel or anything else, but I have 3 business accounts with them. So um, that is going to be a 4K um, camcorder with a microphone. Yeah, a 4K camera with the microphone. So I had already talked to him about doing it before, and I mean I've spent the business. Well, I ain't gonna say the businesses have spent so much fucking money with them. They don't really argue with me about a whole bunch of anything. And it's a matter of fact, it's the camera that I'm using now. It's 48 megapixels, 4K. It doesn't have to go to a YouTuber. It's it's pretty damn cool. Matter of fact, it's got infrared, so you can use it for night vision. Um, so if you want to, if you're filming shit at night, it has an infrared sensor on the front, and you can just change it with a click of a switch on it over to infrared. Um, it's pretty damn cool, and it's so cool. It took me what, guys? What, a week to figure the damn camera out? I mean, there's so much shit you can do with it. It took me a week to figure it out, but it's freaking it's awesome. And I asked them about doing one for a giveaway, and they said yeah, absolutely. So that's why I figured whenever I got to 2,000, I'd go ahead and do that, and it'll just ship straight from Amazon to whoever wins it. Yeah. take their time monetizing shit, and they won't fix nothing else. The camera is actually a really good camera. It is an Ansteker, and it's badass. They make like 6 different models of it. The LED screen is actually is a touch screen, so you can go through the settings on it, and it's actually touchscreen settings. It took me a while now, and I'm not even in 4K on it. I'm not even videoing in 4K on it right now. So I'm only videoing right now instead of 20. I could actually video it if I wanted to. I could video in 4K right now, and the videos that I have done in 4K look freaking great. But you have to download those with a cable in order to get the 4K out of them. Yeah, because 4K takes up so much memory. I don't have a 128 gigabyte. I do have a fast speed SD card, but I didn't want to pay $140 for a 128 gigabyte SD card that's high speed to do the 4K. But you can record in 4K and then download it to any computer, anything else with 4K, using the supplied cable that comes with it, which is an HDMI cable. So you can actually download it that way. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I look forward to losing, but you never know, man. I swear, you never know. Random.org random.org does not care about anything else, and I always do everything off of random.org. So, well, Jeff Cotton didn't think he was going to win either, but he's got a brand new lightsaber. Andy Gunn didn't think he was going to win. He's got a brand new lightsaber. Lord Sith Melanie has never won anything in her life, doesn't own a saber. Her brother owns a saber, and she's been wanting one for 5 years, and she ended up winning one. So you never really know. I mean, you really never know. Um, ooh, I would like to see them release them in 4K, but I don't want to see the bastardized versions of the original trilogy in 4K. Yeah, that's the best way to pick. Random.org. This way, it's not a, you know what I mean? It's completely random. So when I do those things, like for the 1500, and I asked everybody to put down their favorite character on that video, and every one of them, you'll see that I put a heart beside. So each one of those was put into random org, assigned a number as they were put in, and you just put in the number it is and hit it, and there you go. And it tells you who wins. So now I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do the 2000 subscriber giveaway yet, which is the one that we for the camera. I haven't figured out exactly how that's going to work, but or what I'm going to do to give it away, or I haven't figured that out yet. It did work extremely well for the 1500 because that made it so much easier than the other 5 giveaways that I've done before that. Well, I mean, yeah, but there's so many people that sub, but I can't tell. It doesn't tell me who likes it. It just shows likes. Yeah, it doesn't show me who liked it. It just shows me a bunch of likes. So there's no way for me to know if they subbed and they liked. And Oh yeah, if it was the original cuts, if it was the original cuts, yeah, that'd be great if they'd re-release those. I never heart you. I never heart you, so you feel rejected. Don't feel rejected. Oh. Yeah, comments and subs. That's gonna be it. Yeah, comments and subs. Um, it seemed to work really good for 1500 because it made it way simpler before because I have a list. And it's a downloadable list, which made it simple, but it wouldn't allow me to transfer it into Excel format. So the old version would. The old version, I could download the analytics into an Excel format, and then it's easy. So see, I pinned one of his comments, Jeffrey. I pinned Flash Forces one of his comments. But yeah, the new version won't allow me to download any of this shit into because it's so simple to just download that over into Excel and then have me manipulate it and then do a random.org right then. Because on random.org, I can actually upload Excel format and then everything's already in there. Um, and then they switched over to this new shit, and I've been having to do it by hand. I try to reply to as many as I can possibly reply to. Um, Today alone, there were 1,250 comments because I think there's like 58 or 59 videos now. Um, and I try. Um, do I think they'll ever do an Obi-Wan movie? They're definitely going to do an Obi-Wan movie. They will definitely do an Obi-Wan movie, and it will definitely be with Ewan McGregor. Um, it will definitely be with Ewan McGregor. Um, well, normally I would still reply to them. And I haven't stopped doing that. It's today was extremely busy with me trying to get a bunch of stuff done. Um, because I had actually planned on doing it first thing this morning, and then all hell broke loose around the house. So um, whether I replied to them, I still read them, but I still have them in the same place, and I have to go through there and review them. There's a bunch of them that I have to review anyway, um, because I have words that are up in there to keep the damn spammers out and to keep out the freaking weird ass people. Because I really don't want a bunch of damn extremists up in here. Yeah, I don't really worry about what Mike Zero's channel says. I mean, he uploads a video like every 15 minutes, and goes through the same thing for like 6 minutes of the shit that he's already said 50 fucking times, and then says, one sentence of some shit, and then, um, dude, I have this girl that is just blowing my freaking phone up right now. Um, and he's just pulling stuff off the web. I don't pull stuff off the web unless it's something so damn outlandish that I feel like I need to share with y'all, like I have done before. The rest of the stuff, I mean, it comes straight from the source, and a lot of it has to do with common sense um, and running businesses. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do, and then I'll sit there and watch the stock market. And I will run the numbers, and um, I mean, you can tell. Numbers and facts don't lie. I like Mike. Um, he's doing the YouTube thing because you get paid for clicks. That's what you get paid for. You get paid for clicks, and And it's not enough money to do shit. I mean, it's really not. Like $1 per every 1,000 views. I mean, that's nothing. So if you get 2 million views, you still hadn't made shit. Um, yeah, CNN. Oh my God, Zero's like the CNN of Star Wars news. I mean, he's got a good channel, and I watch him. But I mean, it's oh, here's a great update, and turns out it's so and so went to the fucking bathroom. That's not the latest update on Star Wars. I mean, I went and took a Last Jedi. There you go. There's an update on Star Wars. I mean, I can upload 17 videos a day, but I mean, what's the freaking point? I feel like if I upload good, relevant, actual content, um, he does. He repeats the same things constantly, and then gives you one sentence of what somebody said in an interview. Some shit you can actually look up by yourself on the freaking internet. I mean, if that's how you want to get your news, I mean, why not just go through the fucking internet, look up Star Wars news? And then once you get up to all the shill websites, you can put them on your RMS feed, and then every time they upload something, it'll go directly to your email, and then you don't even have to worry about any of that shit. You can read it all for yourself. So, I mean, that's why I just give you the story just as it is. So I try to uh, just went out again. When am I going to be on World Class Bullshitters? I haven't talked with anybody at World Class Bullshitters. So, well, exclusive Collider News was absolutely true. The guy that wrote that story does work for Lucasfilm. He writes news for Lucasfilm. He writes news for StarWars.com. He writes these articles, and it was just shared on Sci-Fi. It was shared on like 4 or 5 different ones. It was also shared with Collider, but he actually does work for Lucasfilm. He didn't get punked. He put out exactly what he was told to put out. Now, what he got was a big freaking backlash over people wanting the Obi-Wan movie. That's what people were pissed about. People got pissed that the Obi-Wan movie wasn't going to get made. And immediately, stocks took like a 2-3% dive immediately after that was announced. I'm talking immediately. Stocks went down 2 to 3%. If you don't think Disney stock going down 2 to 3% is a lot, um, that's a shit ton of money. When you have tens of millions of stocks going down 3%, that's a shit ton of money. So immediately, the call came down and said, "You can't fucking do that. You better call them and tell them that's a bunch of bullshit." Which is why they went directly to ABC News, because if they'd put it just back on a garbage tier website, nobody would have believed shit. So they went to their ABC News, since they still own ABC anyway. Jesus. Since they still own ABC anyway. So they went there to make sure that the story got out quicker, and stocks begin to slightly come back up, because you have to remember, stocks are only traded on faith. So if it looks like Lucasfilm is struggling and having problems and completely stopping everything because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, stocks take a dive. So that's exactly what happened on that. That guy did not report it was an exclusive, because he does work for him, and it was exactly what he was told. He wrote it about it, and Disney said nope. you just fucked us out of multi-millions of dollars right there in stock losses. So you better get on there and fix that shit. So, that's just, it's business. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just business. I mean, I hate to say it like that because I think Star Wars is more than that, but um, it's not. It's a corporate holding now. John Campea. I don't even watch him anymore. I really don't. Shit used to give me heartburn. I figured, I figured there's better things I could do with my freaking time. Oh, Ryan Johnson lost them $1 billion plus because I didn't even get into future losses. I just figured once I got it, once it got to $1 billion, I had made my point that this guy was nothing but bad. So I quit. I mean, I could delve deeper into that because if you look at what stocks were before and what stocks were after, and then you look at the amount of money that they borrowed for the film because they don't put their own money up on film. They borrow that from a bank. They have to pay the interest back on it. Um, and then, so they had to borrow money for Solo as well and pay the interest back on it. But then you lose money on it. So now you've really cost yourself money because normally it's the bank that has to do that. But I just figured once it got to a billion, I mean, I had made my point. It's actually well over $1 billion that Roundhead has cost them, which is why they made the statement that they're not going to go with directors like that anymore. Chat keeps going out. Um, the only thing I can think